Turkiye's talks with Sweden and Finland on their NATO bid will resume today. The trilateral meeting will be held in Brussels, and discussions between the three countries has been delayed after a Swedish politician burned a Koran in front of the Turkish embassy in Stockholm. That was back in January. The incident had sparked widespread protests in Turkiye, a majority Muslim country. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan had earlier warned Sweden that he would not back its bid to join the alliance. NATO membership must be ratified by all members. Jens Stoltenberg, meantime, said yesterday that he was confident progress will be made at the talks.
This is a process, and I don't expect the process to be concluded tomorrow, but I'm confident that Finland and Sweden will become NATO allies.
For more, Trent Murray joins us live. He's in Berlin. Trent, these intense Russian missile strikes that we're seeing on Ukraine, they come as the invading force are reportedly making some gains in Bakhmut. How is the situation looking like now?
Yeah, that's right, Dawn. Of course, plenty of fighting along the front line or in the east of Ukraine, but it is that city of Bakhmut which is seeing some of the heaviest and deadliest fighting. We are getting those warnings from Western officials, including NATO, that we could just be days away now from Russia fully taking that city. It had a pre-war population of some 80,000, and it is strategically located because on many of the main highways and roads going through that city, you can then open communications and supply lines up to the other parts of the Donbass. But the Ukrainians are not giving it up without a fight. We've heard President Zelensky recommit forces just this week into Bakhmut. It increasingly looks like now that both Russia and Ukraine are really fighting this almost World War I style war of attrition, if you will, trying to deplete the other's forces to effectively kill as many troops as possible and then make it more difficult down the line for the invading force to launch more counter-offensives. It's being sometimes described as meat grinder tactics, essentially human waves being sent in, particularly by the Russians. The Ukrainians using much of that modern technology that's been handed over by the West, more modern weapons to mow those Russians down. It really is just a very bloody and deadly battle that is going on there. As I say, Western officials believe it could just be days away before Bakhmut falls, but from Kyiv's perspective, they say that they're going to continue to fight and not let the Russians in.
Meantime, Trent, Turkey is going to be holding these talks with Finland and Sweden about their bid to join NATO. President Erdogan has said that he wouldn't back Sweden's bid. What sort of progress can we really expect from these discussions?
Well, from the Nordic nations' perspective, they're trying to get these talks back on track and to try and fast-track their membership into NATO. Of course, they both showed their hand in many ways when Russia first invaded and gave away decades' worth of a policy of neutrality and non-alignment. But it is Turkey which is really pulling the reins up on their membership. It's worth noting they wanted to join together, but the signals from President Erdogan is that he's now more open to Finland coming in now on their own, but Sweden may have to wait a little bit longer, and that is because Ankara would like to see Sweden extradite a number of people that it believes are terrorists, part of the PKK group. Sweden has been cautious on doing that. Of course, that incident surrounding the burning of the Quran outside Turkey's embassy really did not help the entire situation, but that meeting today, very important for all sides to get back into the room to try and work a way through all of this. Of course, it is now just Hungary and Turkey that need to verify and ratify, I should say, the membership applications of Sweden and Finland. Once that happens, then they both will become official members of NATO and be afforded that collective defence that comes with the world's biggest military alliance.
All right, Trent, thank you very much for that. Trent Murray there, reporting for us live in Berlin.